Over 3 months of D3 basketball have come and gone, and teams are starting to taste the ever-courted conference prize. The path to Salem takes one final stop in the city of Seven Hills, where the Turner Gymnasium hardwood will be worn down one final time in this 23-24 campaign. Welcome to the ODAC Tournament first round matchup featuring the visiting EMU Royals and your hometown Lynchburg Hornets. Hi everybody, Evan Gates alongside my good friend Andy Watson. It is tournament time. It's a different feel in the building, and Andy, we just know these two teams really want an extra game on their schedule.
It's Code Red Night. It's a rivalry that really, even though it's only an hour away, feels like it gives time and time again. What a night.
I'm so excited, Evan. We finally got some great weather here to play in front of.
A little different look today. Evan Gates alongside my good friend Ethan Morotsky. Ethan, Halloween just a day away. The festivities are rocking, and really just a fun time to be in the Berg.
Well, I tell you what, I've been here this is my 5th year, and Halloween, it just gets better and better. It's one of the best holidays here in the Hill City. Got soccer going on here, some trick-or-treating I'm sure is going to happen between the college students. No matter what age you are, there's always a time for some candy.
Well, and what's so special, too, you're not always guaranteed the fact that it's going to be in the 70s at this stage of the season. We know these two teams will appreciate the warm weather today, and obviously just being around at such a fun time in the season. We've got the postseason just a couple games away, and so everything starting to really materialize in late October.
It's championship season, baby. We've had so many sports go to the final stage. This is a big one. First-timers, perennial powerhouses. You got a little bit of everything.
Great day at the Berg Invitational right here at Liberty University. I'm joined by Lynchburg thrower Logan Babs, who, by the way, has a school record this season in the weight throw. We'll get more of that in a second. But third in weight throw today, fourth in shot. Just talk a little bit about how you are feeling, how you feel now.
Lots of adaptability, and here's a stat just to put this into perspective. Jason Easton, the leading three-point scorer for Lynchburg, has attempted 31 three-pointers coming into this contest. Methodist, 49. So that disparity right there tells you the Monarchs don't necessarily need the perimeter, but Lynchburg is finding other options, and as you touched on, it just feels like Coach Scott is comfortable with this different style of play.
Yeah, and does Methodist need to shoot more threes to get back in this ball game, as Pearson Young will put it in play for Lynchburg?
Easton right away, the corner killer, can't connect this time, and Erlinger will rebound. So Methodist will obviously have to start. They get the opening rebound. It's going to have to be that type of chip away mentality, because ultimately Lynchburg going on a lot of runs to end that first half. Wow. How about the swat? A jackhammer from Jamarcus, but second opportunity through contact. Monarchs will go to the line as Chance Minot will get 2 shots.
Well, a couple things on that one. First off, athleticism on display. I mean, Jamarcus Brown just has so much in the way of athleticism. And then the stick-to-itiveness there from Methodist to stay with that basketball, and Minot got a chance, really went right back into the body of Brown, which is smart. Don't let him get his arms extended. You know, that's what they say about all those shot blockers. You got to go into the body rather than away from them.
Definitely one of the easier ways to get to the line and obviously to rack up points, as Minot makes both a 69% shooter from the stripe this season. And here's that full court pressure from the Methodist Monarchs. We anticipated it off some of those makes in the first half, but Lynchburg breaking it very quickly.
Yeah, Lynchburg scored a few times off the press break. That'll sometimes make you eager to take it off as a coach. You know you're going to give up some layups, but how many is too many? Methodist back within 10. They're 6 for 6 from the free throw line, the Monarchs.
Getting the gimmies, but Pearson Young around the world and in. Number 3 is showing us that prowess when he gets to the hoop.
He's got speed and strength. You and I both talked about his strength and how much weight room work he's done in the offseason. You could see it there, and also just enough of a burst.
He's turning into a bulldozer when he gets into the paint, something we didn't necessarily see with the likes of having other point guards at the helm. Young is taking that position as Methodist searches for an answer. Back out to Edwards, guarded tightly by Brown. Shot clock at 5. Monarchs going to take a heave that misses everything, and Lynchburg another defensive stand.
Well, 3 or 4 times in the first half we saw Methodist run the shot clock down to under 5 seconds. A few times they really did have to take a desperation, a heave, as you perfectly described it. And if you're the Monarchs, you can't have too many more of those and expect to come back in the game. You got to get quality looks.
Well, Kyle, we look at this offense, a team that doesn't have any assist in that first half. What do they have to do to slow down this style of play?
Yeah, I think, that's a great question. If I had that answer, I might be on a sideline rather than up here, Evan.
That's right.
But play to your strengths. I think we need to see Hicklin get more touches, maybe more of the offense run through Deron Hicklin. I don't know what else. I think Methodist has tried some things which are smart. Just the execution a little bit lacking right now.
5 passes without a dribble for Lynchburg. Quick offense as Gray sits right at half court. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Screen from Brown across the court to Easton. Up, down, and almost in. He's going to go to the line for 2, but Jason Easton once again showing that penetration.
Well, great job by you identifying that Lynchburg was moving it without the dribble, and that actually is something, we were thinking about what could Methodist do offensively. Well, there's an idea right there. Less dribbling maybe, less ISO stuff, and work the passing lanes a bit more, even if it has to come along the perimeter. Lynchburg did it there, and then finally at the end of the sequence you get a drive, but the driving lanes are open because you've broken down the defense with all the passing. Or you've at least softened them up anyway, sorry.
Oh, I'd agree 100%, and I think that Lynchburg is a team that has a lot of options around the perimeter. That will open up the paint as well, but the Hornets have really breezed through contact today. We'll see if Methodist can do more of the same as the pass is out front to Hicklin. Straight away jumper, rattles around a few times and falls in. So the Monarchs finally on the board in this second half.
And there we saw a little bit of what the offensive scheme might be. It's the pick and roll game. We've seen that a lot. And then the third player off the pick and roll popping out back to the top of the key.
Methodist trying to quell the storm. Lynchburg trying to press forward as Easton has this ball rattled away off his knee. Lynchburg doesn't like the call, but Methodist will take possession. So they have scored 5 in the second half. Correction on that last point. They can cut it back to single digits now.
Yeah, and again, I use the phrase a lot, but Methodist is hanging around. They're within arm's length. So credit the Monarchs for that. We know it's not their A game, so the fact that they are hanging around, maybe you could argue slightly impressive, even though we've been pretty impressed with Lynchburg. Speaking of which, a steal from Gray.
Here's another reason why. The traffic flow forward. Gray pass to Jamarcus down low off the glass. Soft and sweet for number 35.
Yeah, so good. The body control there. It's going to sound like a broken record. His hops and then the body control in the air.
And the block on the other end. The do-it-all character for Lynchburg. The energy flowing through the building. And Kyle, that Hornets defense is just stifling, preventing players from getting in the paint.
It really is. Team defense and then individual efforts like that. When the other 4 guys do their job, it makes it easier for Brown to get that block there as you get a second look at it. And what did our friend Joe Brennan call him? Superman. It feels like the only thing missing is the cape right now for Jamarcus Brown.
And a costume change can be arranged. It is still early in the season.
Find a phone booth somewhere, right?
That's right. Sledge re-enters the contest for Methodist as Greg Ellinger will step to the bench. Just under 17 minutes to go here in the second half. A lot of the offense for Methodist flows through Darian Hicklin and Chance Minot up front. But we've seen a lot of different characters trying to get involved as foul called on the Hornets. It will be on number 5, Michael Gray.
Yeah, I don't think you hate that foul if you're Coach Hillary Scott. You want your team to play aggressive and tough. Yes, it was full 25, 26 feet away from the basket, but I think it goes along with the overall defensive character of this Lynchburg team. So Hillary Scott probably more than okay with Gray picking up his second foul right there.
No lineup change for Lynchburg, and the starting lineup has really performed well in this contest as the Hornets went off to a run just to start the game. They're up 8-2 in a hurry. Now the Monarchs searching. Stevens probing, trying to find his way to the hoop. 5 seconds on the shot clock. A few dribbles from Edwards and unlocks the answer.
Clock got low again, but that's a better look from Edwards. You get it inside the painted area there, so you're going to be okay with that as the shot clock is winding down.
Felt like a timely bucket for Methodist. A lot of these just to stay in this contest as Lynchburg can breeze away in a hurry. Easton looking the other way. Coach Scott a little animated on the sideline as Methodist will take over down 11.
Yeah, rare. I shouldn't say rare because, again, Lynchburg has had their share of turnovers. It looks like at the moment the count is up to 10 for the Hornets. So they've had a few unforced errors and miscues, but that was a possession that didn't look great for Lynchburg. Call that a rare bogey kind of a possession right now for the Hornets.
Might have to throw that one away and continue forward as Hicklin guarded tightly by Young. Pass outside to Edwards. The leading scorer for Methodist with 10 wraps around the other way off the rim, but second chance opportunity still not falling. Methodist really swarming the paint. Third chance, and the third time's a charm.
Yeah, Monarchs stuck with it. It was kind of an ugly sequence right there. Really, both coaches probably didn't love that, but you have to stick with it. Methodist did that. They're within 9.
Easton, connection down low. Makovic, smart dribble.
Yeah, great feel right there. You took the words right out of my mouth. Knew the defense was coming. One dribble, go from left side of the rim to the right, make it an easy basket.
And they're going to play through it. Irigoyen, a long throw. Tries to enter the box. Lynchburg sticking outside. Pass now on the far side to Ella Irons. She's been great all game. Now a shot chance that finds its way into the net. 28 has done everything in this game. She just took a stab at it and fired. More blood ensuing as the Hornets are creeping and crawling forward in this one.
Proctor trying to do it on the other end. No good. Here come the Hornets. Chance to tie it up. Easton for 3. Exploding in Turner Gymnasium. Number 32. It's all tied up. The number 6 team in the nation hanging by a thread. We still got 10 minutes to play.
And Laneza going to be around 120. 200 to go. Laneza coming in with a PR 149.38. Chasing history, here come the Eagles. Laneza has the inside. He just has to fend off the storm from Emory. And it's Dean who makes the move. Watry right behind. Can Laneza stick with them? All 3, everything they have to empty the tank, and somehow Laneza has found it. What a result from Sam Laneza. 149.13. Personal best. School record all unlocked. It was strong contact, and now Sammy Rogstad with an excellent opportunity for Lynchburg to knot it up at 1.
It looks like the Hornets are going to go with a similar configuration. They look to the sideline to get the call from the coaches. Appears to just be the 2-person wall in front again. This could be a key moment.
Rogstad fires. It's on frame, and it goes in. Sammy Rogstad, the freshman, playing savior for Lynchburg. She delivers.
You know what's so impressive about Lynchburg's style of play, too, is that it caters to the committee. You can see almost anyone getting involved in some of those plays, and it's a reason why, when you look at last year's final stats, nobody for the Hornets was in the top 30 of the conference because they had so many different players on display, like the man on your screen, Pearson Young, forcing the timeout from Coach Henry's squad, and they are not liking it now. Lynchburg up a baker's dozen. We're going to take a quick break in the Hill City, but the Hornets humming.